Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa, and I just want to say thank you to Grace and the Hivery and everything. I got the emails, we all did, saying, you know, we were looking for some people to do a talk on things that they're grateful for, and I just said, I have a lot to be thankful for, and I want to share my story. So here it is. So the story really starts with a phrase: you have cancer. I believe that that word cancer is one of the single most powerful words and phrases in the human language. Everybody has such a strong emotion to that word, and they're almost all negative emotions. Fear, anxiety, pain, sorrow, loss. I don't know anybody that hears that word and has it applied to them that thinks, oh, yay, I have cancer. You know, it just doesn't happen. So my story began 5 years ago in January, when my husband and I walked into the breast care center in San Francisco, and the counselor says, excuse me, she says, please have a seat because I have some difficult news for you. Like, yeah. Thankfully, the seat was very close by, and the next thing I heard was wah, 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 wah. I don't remember a whole lot about that meeting, but my husband quickly whipped out his notebook, and he's taking down notes, and he's trying to ask intelligent questions, and I'm like, what was that she just said? But I did hear some phrases. Some of the phrases that I heard is, you have a very well-behaved cancer. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's, yeah, I'm like, huh. You are ER/PR positive, you're HER2 negative, this is the grade, this is the stage, this is all of these things. And by the way, I made an appointment for you at the surgeon next week. And I'm like, what? Hold the phone. So that was my introduction to cancer for me. But then one of the first things I did is I called my sister, who is a breast cancer survivor, as well as my mom. I don't remember my mom's journey so much because I was very young when she was diagnosed, but I got to bear witness to my sister's journey. She was diagnosed 14 years ago when I was pregnant with my first son. And both my mom and my sister are BRCA2 positive. I am not. So I was learning as I was going is that breast cancer, I used to think breast cancer is breast cancer. It's just like colon cancer, just like prostate cancer. Everything I thought was just one simple diagnosis. It is far from simple. There are so many different nuances within just that big umbrella. There's a lot to learn. So I went on and I said, okay, I'm going to go to cancer school. I'm going to learn all that I can. I want to know about the disease that is growing inside of me. I want to know what ER/PR positive means. I want to know all of these things. I stayed away from the scary stuff because that's just never going to serve anybody. And so what I also learned as I went is my cancer was not so well behaved. I had surgery about a month later, and they removed the tumor, and then they removed the lymph nodes. All the lymph nodes had cancer in them. And they said, oh, well, maybe you need to get some more testing. So then I went to get some more testing, PET CT scan, and we learned that the cancer had actually metastasized into the bones, into the bone along my spine. So now I was stage 4 cancer. And I'm like, what? That still just doesn't make sense to me. So at that time, my boys were in kindergarten and 3rd grade. I had a whole lot of reasons why I wanted to get that cancer out of my body. And to me, the best way to do that, the quickest way to do that was go to Western medicine. So I did chemo, I did radiation, I did surgery. It took a year, and I went through that healing process. And when you hear about silver linings and you hear these stories, let me tell you, my family, I'm going to cry. One of my dearest friends is here. My friends and my community stood up for me and took care of me in ways that I just couldn't believe. It was just absolutely, I felt like it was funny. My sister came to visit me one time at school, and I had all these people coming up to me and hugging me and all this, and I'm like, I've never been this popular in my whole entire life. And it's not a good reason to be popular, but oh my God, I can't even walk across the schoolyard without somebody hugging me. It was just the most amazing experience. So those are the silver linings. So I went into remission, and a year ago the cancer came back in different ways, but I have it again. So I am, yes, wearing the cold cap. It's not that, and by the way, I'm even spending more money. Fuck cancer, yes. I like your shirt. So tomorrow will be my 5th round of chemotherapy, and so I have all my lovely hair. Thank you very much. But this time around, and the reason why I wanted to do this, and I know I need to wrap up, but this time around when I was diagnosed again, I really dived into the alternative world of healing myself and listening to my inner voice. I always did from the very first thing when I would sit and I'd get quiet about what I was hearing and what made sense to me. What was it? What do I need to do? Do I want to do chemo? Do I not want to do chemo? I had to follow that, and I did follow that. And although I made a lot of changes initially, it's been in this last year that I have made some significant changes. So one of the reasons why I am thankful, and this is my coming out, is that I am now going to be starting a coaching and consulting business to help women who have just newly been diagnosed with breast cancer try and understand when they're standing there and they're staring at the headlights and they're a deer and they're going, what the hell, I need 3 oncologists? What the hell for? I thought I only needed 1. Somebody that doesn't have, a bias, that doesn't have an opinion, somebody that isn't right there and has so many emotional attachments already. I want to be a third party. I want to be able to say, what's important to you? Why do you think you need to do that? Who else can answer those questions for you? I just think it's really important to be able to have somebody that you can lean on that can help you through it. So, and for that, I am thankful for cancer for that, because it's the first time in my whole life that I have felt a calling and a pull and an intuition that's so deep inside of me that I need to do this work. So thank you.